It's being called Fortress Toronto. Several downtown blocks of Canada's largest and most populous city have been wrapped in more than 6 kilometers of zinc-coated fencing. Pounding the pavements in and around the 3-meter-tall barriers are thousands of officers who are keeping a watchful eye out for any potential threats as the leaders of the world's largest economies meet in Toronto for the G20 summit. Around half of the billion-dollar security budget is being spent by the country's famed Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Their biggest concern?
I believe the protesters and the possibility of violence will be our biggest threat. Our intelligence does not indicate that there's any terrorist threat at this level.
Protests that turn violent do make securing gatherings like these difficult. In 2001, at the Summit of the Americas in Quebec City, Canadian police were accused of heavy-handed tactics in dealing with the huge crowds. And last year, at the G20 meeting in London, angry clashes also erupted.
Okay, I need right away another salmon.
That has many downtown residents and business owners worried.
I don't understand why we are a big country, a really big country. We have space everywhere, and we put this summit in the core of the busiest city in Canada.
Canada is the first country to host both the G8 and G20 summits back-to-back. The billion-dollar price tag for security alone is a controversy the government is struggling to contain.
So many things could have been done with that money. And am I upset? Yes, I'm upset.
Norm Inkster, the former head of the RCMP and Interpol, says there's no right price for security.
If nobody gets hurt and everything goes off smoothly, we will have spent too much money. If someone is injured or the country is embarrassed, we will have spent too little. It's for the authorities, it's a no-win situation.
The barrier's divisive presence makes Toronto look like a city under siege, and some say it seems strangely at odds with Canada's reputation as a country which welcomes those from other nations with open arms.
This fence was designed to be practically impossible to climb, but the biggest hurdle at this summit won't be physical barriers like this, but whether invited leaders can get past their own divisions and can come up with a plan to reform the way the world's banks do business. Imtiaz, Tyab, Al Jazeera, Toronto.